Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. A run for the former Seahawk. It's Rashad Penny. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, you and I, partner, we got the clone assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd and 5. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Eagles at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he stopped immediately there. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down. This defense for the Dolphins, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, Aaron Sipos on to punt for Philadelphia. Back deep for Miami, Jalen Waddle. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10, right at the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side, going to be caught here by Waddle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. We're only in the 1st quarter, so they better get a wrangle and hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 8. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. Yeah, pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. The Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it'll be second down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion right here. A-Chain. Going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
In motion, Hill. Tua going to throw. This is caught. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. They got it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Mostert, and he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. 3rd down now after a loss of 2.
But when the ball snapped from the 3 down near the goal line, I think in days gone by, we thought many teams would run the football, but on 3rd down in today's game, I expect them to throw it. A little counterintuitive there. They tried to run it, instead spilled for a loss.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. And you think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your 2 current number 1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
They go play action with Hurts. And he's got this to Jefferson. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Penny up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 34. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. You talk about this Miami defense. They were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
This defense has a lot to be proud of coming off of the game they played last week. When you only give up 14 points in a game, not only do you give your team a chance to win, you fully expect to win because you figure your offense is going to score more than that.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a 1st.
I don't think that run was anything that was designed, but when his reads were blanketed, as he went through his progressions, all that was left was for him to run and try and pick it up himself.
Penny, a 1st down carry. And it'll be a minimum pickup here as it will take us to the end of the 1st quarter. Now 2nd and 9. And he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Justin Jefferson with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 1st down, Tagovailoa. He dumps it off to A-Chain. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a 1st down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let it just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up playing to the ground incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. In motion right goes Adams. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A 1st down and then some. Give him 29 yards. A handoff running left is Mostert. The great move couldn't free him. Taken down at the 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. A-Chain gets it from the gun. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Calling out a cover, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It's not be enough. 3rd and 3, he only gets 3. They run for it. A-Chain. And the search is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the 1st down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. They set up the screen to Penny. He's into space past the 15. And finally taken down to the 26-yard line. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
That's good for an Eagles. First down at the 26-yard line.
option here on 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
And fans of Pennies can certainly celebrate seeing that run, because after 2021 breakout year, 2022 was cut short by injury. But there's one thing Philadelphia knows how to do. It's run the football. They targeted Pennies a free agent, knowing he could be a lead guy in their offense.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll buy some time right. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A very solid gain of 27.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Inside handoff, Penny. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now 2nd and 5. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. In motion left goes Jones. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Allen. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. I think that's a good example of why they've been successful this year. They're fearless on any down.
And it's interesting that this year I asked an NFL head coach about being fearless and going for it on 4th down. And he said, people have to understand, there's fearless and there's reckless. I try not to be reckless when I make a decision to go for it on 4th down. In this case, fearless wins.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Justin Jefferson. As the first half is winding down, and the Eagles go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Elliott good on the extra point, and he pushes the lead up to 11. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Waddle will return this from the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Jalen Waddle. And he finally goes out of bounds, so he couldn't take it the distance, but all the way inside the 15. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Ready for the 2nd half. 14-3 our score as we are back underway on EA Sports. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
He'll get only 3 there, so he leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And there's a completion to the tight end. Look at the size of these players nowadays. That spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's
looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Elliott on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Waddle will return this from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to... And he fumbled it! It's on the ground! And it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
At the 47-yard line.
Hurts. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Hurts sets up to throw it. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Christian Wilkins drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Waddle now to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Tua now on 1st down. Throw caught by O'Chain. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. On second down, a run by H.A. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
They give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
There's another step. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. On the tackle there, Zach Sealer out of Ferris State. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Rolling to his right. That's down the field for Jefferson. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 37 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 17-yard line. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Touchdown! Dennis Goddard from 17 yards out. And the Eagles will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Elliott good with a PAT. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Waddle going to bring this out of the end zone now. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll run the option to start the drive. Down the sideline he goes. How about this? Racing to the end zone. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa, 85 yards. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 28-10. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1 yard gain up to the 26.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Penny on the toss right. And he'll be taken down after a decent gain, and that will bring us to the end of this third quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 25 yards that time. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And I think the ball's out. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out wide to Penny. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Penny will take this one in for the Eagles touchdown. Elliott now to have the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Going to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Tua setting up shop to throw again. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
The pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. So after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Hurts